Peace, love, and infinite light to all of you beautiful people. I hope that you're all having a wonderful, magical, glorious day today. My name is Sheldon. I help people ascend their consciousness and discover the path to enlightenment. Now, if you guys are new to this channel, let's just do everyone a favor. Destroy the like button down below because it helps with the YouTube algorithm and we can get these videos out there. Very important stuff right now. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would mean a lot to me. But today I want to talk about something that I'm getting a lot of questions about. I'm getting a lot of questions about December 21st, what I think is going to happen and why I think this is going to happen, where I'm getting this information from. And these are really good questions. So I'm going to clarify all of this. I'm going to give you guys my peace of mind, where I've got this information from, and what I think is going to happen on December 21st, 2020, a very exciting date. So first of all, I've done a lot of research on a person named Dolores Cannon, and this was the first time I found out about the New Earth theory, if you will. Now, if you don't know who Dolores Cannon is, I'll give you guys a little bit of background on what she used to do anyway. She's passed away now, but she used to be a metaphysicist and a hypnotherapist. So essentially, she was doing deep hypnosis therapy on all of her patients, and she wrote 22 books. Now, there are testimonials of hundreds and hundreds of these patients that she's had that she was able to cure, cancers, tumors, AIDS, herpes, like the list goes on. She was literally curing disease, but she wasn't the one that's actually curing it. The patient was curing it. So what she was doing is she was accessing a part of the mind where essentially the higher self was coming through, where out of worldly information was coming through. So as we know in the spiritual world, the mind creates disease and the mind can also cure disease. So she was curing all these people, and through the years and years and years of her practicing and doing her thing, she was able to really tap into this information where all this information started flooding through her patients, right? And it was all the same sort of ideas and stories and all that, and essentially the same beings were talking to her. So she was aware that there were extraterrestrials, if you like to call them, which are just more advanced beings than we are. They're extra dimensional beings living in higher dimensions. We can refer to them as angels, as ascended masters, the Galactic Federation. There's literally beings that watch over planet Earth and watch over all humans on planet Earth with love and light. They've been guiding us for an extremely long time. And this makes a lot of sense to, obviously the spiritual community, people that have tapped in to their infinite power because they receive this guidance and wisdom and synchronicity and all that stuff, and they feel those energies, that love, that real guidance, right? So essentially the ETs, or the Galactic Federation, has been watching over us for an extremely long time, and they were telling Dolores that a major shift in consciousness is coming to planet Earth. It's never going to be the same. Earth is literally going to split apart like a cell. That's the new Earth. So if you do some research on Dolores Cannon, I highly suggest checking out some of her videos or her books on the new Earth and the 3 waves of volunteers. Now, the 3 waves of volunteers are essentially souls that signed up to come to Earth to help with this transition, to be a part of this great awakening and help with the transition from the 3rd to the 5th dimension, right? And you might ask the question, how do we help? Well, we help by raising our own individual vibrations because we are all one. Everything on the planet is connected. All humans, all life on the planet, it's all connected. It's all source consciousness, right? So when you raise your own vibration, you raise the vibration of the planet. And we're also here to help each other, learn and grow and ascend each other's consciousness as well. If I can help someone, become more conscious and aware of who they truly are, then, I've done my work as a light being, as a light warrior, right? So that's why we were seated here. We were seated here to help with this transition. So there was 3 waves of volunteers essentially that were seated here to, help with the transition of the planet. And these volunteers range from different ages now. I would be the second wave. The first wave would be older people, 65 years old. And the third wave are not children now, but more teenagers. And now the children that are being born on this planet are crystal children. They already have this DNA that's going to help with this ascension, right? So she was the first person that, really introduced this theory to me, and, it got my wheels turning. It all resonated deep within my soul because, I was aware for a long time that this didn't feel like home. Like, why would I come here to be a part of this slavery system, right? None of it made sense to me. And this makes complete, total sense to me, right? So I've had beautiful experiences with, people that are able to tap in to extra worldly energy that practice telepathy and all that stuff, mediums. I've had absolutely beautiful experiences where, mediums have told me, things that I was going to do in my life that I did, and just mind-blowing stuff. I don't need to get into it, but, when you're tapped into these things, you understand that this is all real, that nothing is impossible on this earth, and you just have to think outside of the box. Everything is energy, everything is frequency, everything is vibration, anything can happen. It's all a part of a divine plan, right? So you got to look within to find these answers, and you got to stop being so concerned with the exterior world. Once you look within, you'll start to find these answers for yourself, right? So now we take a look at the Mayan calendar, and the Mayan calendar ended December 21st of 2012. Well, due to the errors in the Gregorian calendar, all the leap years and everything, it's actually 2020, which makes a lot of sense. And now we're starting to transition into a new age. This happens all the time. Think about the Atlanteans, the Egyptians, the Mayans. All of these ages, they flourished and they ended because we run on an astrological clock, right? So we're in the age of Pisces right now, which is really about control and manipulation. It's a Bronze Age, or an Iron Age, sorry. Control, manipulation, learning and growing, obviously, on our parts, because we could see all the evil and everything in the world, but we still have a choice to choose love and change our individual realities, because we are co-creators of our reality. We create our own reality, right? So although the collective consciousness is in a fearful state, we still have a choice to choose love and see a loving reality, which is what, I see every single day, right? So this is where a lot of this information is coming from. When you look at the Mayan calendar, they knew that it was going to be another transition, another end of times, right? A lifting of the veil, an apocalypse, which is just a new beginning, a full disclosure on everything that's been going on. And this is exactly what's going to happen on December 21st of 2020. It's the Great Conjunction. So we already know that all the planets are aligning in all the different realms, right? Now, when this happens, it's known that a big solar flare is going to hit Earth, which is just a massive wave of energy. And how do I know this? I know this because when I was referring to the Galactic Federation, the ETs that are watching over us, I have been watching channelings of the Pleiadians, which are the entities that have been watching over us. And this is where all this information is coming through. They said on December 21st of 2020, a solar flare is going to hit Earth, a blinding light is going to hit Earth, and it's just a light of energy which is going to instantly upgrade DNA and consciousness, right? And through this transition, the beings that are already closest to the fifth dimension, that are vibrating closest to the fifth dimension, are going to have automatic access to the fifth dimension. So what happens is, because your interior world has changed, you're going to perceive the exterior world as the fifth dimension instantly, right? So you're going to receive these upgrades to your DNA and your consciousness, and automatically you're going to look, boom, it's going to be instant. No pain or anything like that. And slowly, the beings that are in the fourth and the third dimension are going to start to receive these upgrades as well. Still some learning to do and everything like that, but everyone's going to get there eventually, right? So this is exactly what I know and what I feel in my heart, based on my research and what resonates within me, is going to happen on December 21st. I also know that the world is never going to be the same, that we're entering a golden age, an age of freedom, the age of Aquarius, the age of abundance, right? We're not going to have to, the days of chasing money and materialism are over. This is the best time in the world to be doing things that bring you the most joy, that fill your heart the most, that raise your vibration the most. This is the best time to just be going for it and to be following your heart instead of chasing money and staying in the matrix. Because if you hold on to old paradigms and old systems, then there's a good chance that you're going to stay behind in this matrix system, right? Because this is still going to exist for some people that still need to learn, right? But the people that have moved on and graduated from these levels are going to go to another place, going to a new earth, right? It's going to be a literal split for the 5D consciousness and the 3D consciousness, going through the 4th dimension to the 5th dimension. So again, everyone's got a choice, right? You can choose to believe this or not, but what I suggest is to go within and figure out these things for yourself and do your own research and draw your own conclusions. But over the many years that I have been silencing my mind, going within, receiving wisdom, this makes so much sense to me. This makes so much sense to me, moving into this golden age. This is why I came here. I came here to be a part of this great awakening, to help as many people as possible. And I'm seeing these things come to fruition, right? I'm helping a lot of people, and it's a very beautiful feeling. And not just on YouTube or anything like that, but I'm just starting to see humanity wake up in massive numbers, and this is what this great awakening is all about. So, on December 21st, when this wave of energy hits the planet, people are going to wake up in massive numbers, right? And that's when a full disclosure is going to come about everything that's been happening, within our system, who's been controlling us and everything. So during these times, the veil is the thinnest between the inner world and the outer world, between the spiritual realm and the physical realm, right? So I believe we're going to get visited by our angels, by the Pleiadians, and they're going to come and have a full disclosure about everything that happens. Is humanity going to accept it? I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I could just speculate at this point that we're going to get visited by our angels, if you want to call them angels, but they're just more advanced beings than we are. And, they're going to disclose everything that the reptilians and these dark forces have been doing to humanity for such a long time. In the politicians and all the celebrities that people look up to, and, they're just going to disclose everything. It's going to be a massive red pill about, the vaccines and all that stuff. And all this stuff was designed to really keep you down in this system and keep you conforming, right? And keep you working and keep you slaving, keep you building their cities. That's all they really wanted. They just wanted control, right? So a full disclosure is going to come about all that stuff, and then people are going to start living in more harmony. These old systems are going to fall, like they already are falling, and we're going to start to build new systems of freedom and abundance and beautiful agriculture and sustainable systems and all that stuff. We're going to live in a golden age, just like the Atlanteans did, just like the Egyptians did. We're going to live in a golden age where we're unified as one consciousness, and we're working together to better our world and better each other each and every day. So this is what I really believe is going to happen on December 21st of 2020. If you guys have any other things to add, throw them down below. What do you guys think is going to happen on December 21st, 2020? Where do you get your information from? Let's have a discussion down there about this. It is a beautiful thing to talk about. We can throw some ideas off each other. And who knows, maybe we'll spark something in each other. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say today, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed that video. If you did, destroy the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But for now, we're going to part ways. So peace, love, have a glorious, magical, wonderful, beautiful, loving day, guys. I'm sending you guys a lot of good ass energy, a lot of love, of course. Keep raising that vibration, keep spreading that love, because this is the most beautiful time to be alive. It's very exciting, but we'll see you soon. Peace.